Prof. Sadi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
All right, thank you. Dion, can you also hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. I think maybe we can just, have the session, the three of us, and I'll also record it. Prof. Either, if she is the head judge, she gave an apology. She's having a sort of a meeting that she's attending during the time that we also schedule for the session. And also Dr. Pillay here from the postgraduate school as well, who is one of the judges as well. She also gave her apology. But for Ms. Fansel, I didn't hear anything from her. Maybe she might have sent an email and I missed it. But I will record the session so that I will be able to share with them and also share other details that maybe possibly we are going to discuss during the session with you. Allow me to share my slides with you. If you can see them, please just kindly indicate either verbally or just by a show of virtual tab or hand. I'm sharing the screen with you. If you can see it, then kindly let me know.
It's visible.
All right, thank you so much. Prof. Sadi, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, thank you. So I would want to just start by thanking you for taking your time to join me for this preparation session, the judges preparation session for the 2025 institutional 3-minute thesis competition. I think there've been communication with the research capacity development unit, with our sort of request for you to be one of the judges for this competition, and we are happy that you accepted our invitation, and I thank you for that. But we just want to share some information in terms of what is it that we maybe possibly we call the VYT competition. Let me just see. Yes, the slides. Okay, so we just look at a bit of about the competition overview, then the rules, the judging criteria. Mostly the judging criteria. That's where we are much interested in, as well as from there, where do the students go? The prizes that are given. Then we can. I also have the sort of we are trying to uh, make the judging, that whole exercise to be a bit less hectic in terms of you having to write, on paper and so on. So we are trying to make it digital, but I will share with you sort of a pilot online judging rubric that we created, and we want to use it for this 3MT alongside our traditional form, where we also print the rubric and other, that whole judges pack that will give you, but it will be just there for in case our, our system that we want to use doesn't really work well. So it's just a simple Excel document. I'll share with you that Excel document as we progress, to just show you what we have done, so that you don't have to be maybe writing the scores. You just have to click, and whilst you are doing whilst you are clicking and allocating the scores according to the criteria that is there in the judging rubric, then also automatically on the Excel sheet. It's a live Excel document that is on the research capacity development management system OneDrive. Then so automatically, the scores will be being also averaged and so on, with the sort of the one who will be leading position 1, 2, and 3 being also reflecting on the judges, on the head judges sheet. So we'll also share that. So the 3MT it's just it's a competition that sort of celebrate the research that is conducted by PhD students. So it's only PhD students who qualify for that. PhD, where if it's a professional PhD, then the research component has to contribute at least about 60% of the whole program should be the research component. So the students, they are tasked with sort of creating or communicating their research to a non-specialist audience, but using only one static slide. So the static slide shouldn't have any visuals, and you'll see as we go along, in terms of the what is expected on the slides and so on. So this is a presentation that is sort of a verbal presentation where they have to be there, but their static slide will be beamed. Then they present their the significance of their research to a non-specialist audience in 3 minutes. Right. So, it's sort of, it's a globally recognized competition. There are over 900 institutions across more than 85 countries that hold this 3MT event in each year. So this is the rules. They are supposed to have a single static slide, so only a single static slide is permitted and presented from the beginning of the oration. So once they start expressing, through maybe possibly verbally or through movement, that they have started the presentation, then the 3 minutes start counting from there. But we'll be guiding, them, in terms of ushering them to the stage so that they can do the presentation. Then in 3 minutes, they should not exceed the 3 minutes. Otherwise, they are disqualified if you exceed 3 minutes. So I've also spoke to them when we did the participant preparation session, in terms of keeping to the time limits. So the presentation should have no additional electronic media or props that are permitted. Then the presentation is to be spoken word, like I've just said. Then also, the presentation would have commenced when the presenter starts their presentation through movement or speech, as well as the 3 minutes that they should present in 3 minutes. But we also allocate 4 minutes for questions and answers. So that segment is 4 minutes. So in total, each participant have 7 minutes for presentation, and they should not exceed that 3. Otherwise, if you exceed the 3, then they can be disqualified for that. So they will stick to that, and we'll also be displaying the time cards as well from our side, so that they keep within the 3 minutes time frame. Then also your as the judges, your decision that's the final decision. So this is the criteria, very important for you as the judges. So they will be judged on 2 elements: the comprehension and content, and also on engagement and communication. So in terms of the comprehension and content, there are 3 items that are there, each with a score of 5, up to 5. So in terms of comprehension and content, you'll be looking at the presentation, whether it provided a clear motivation, a background, and significance to the research question. Then you allocate a mark, a score that starts from 1 to 5, where 5 is the best score. So also we'll look at whether the presentation clearly describes the research strategy or design and the results or findings of the research, and also whether it clearly describes conclusions, outcomes, and the impact of the research. So this is the criteria that we received from 3MT International. In terms of engagement and communication, this is now based on the presenter or on the participants, the way that they deliver the presentation in terms of oration, the language, whether it was appropriate for a non-specialist audience, the use of technical jargons. That's where now they come into play. So we will judge them as well against that. And in terms of the slide itself, the technical look of the slide, whether it was well defined and it enhanced the presentation itself, and also the presenter in terms of enthusiasm. Are they conveying enthusiasm? Are they capturing the attention of the audience? So that is also something that is important. They have to that the research itself, their research in the way that they are present, they must also capture and maintain the attention of the audience. So this is the progression. This is the institutional leg of the competition, the one that we'll do on 29 August 2025. And the first prize, first and second place winners, they will proceed to the national VFS, national 3MT competition hosted by the University of Free State. So that is in October, I think 26 October. Right then, but the one who become first place in the institutional will proceed to the VIT International, sorry, to the 3MT International. So, but it's not dependent on for you to participate in the international competition. You have to be first placed, placed first in the institutional competition. Becoming first at the national competition does not result in you proceeding to the international. So the international only depends on the institutional, and also the international is hosted by the Southern African Nordic Center, or SANOD. Then these are the prize. First prize is 10,000. Second prize is 7,000. Third prize is 5,000. And the People's Choice Award is 3,000. So your judging determine the first, second, and third prize winner. But the People's Choice is us who will. It's determined by the online, the physical audience, as well as the online audience that will be present, including yourselves as well. Everyone will be given time to vote, but usually they vote when the judges go for the plenary session. So I don't think you'll be able to also vote for the People's Choice Award. Then all the winners, they will receive prize certificates. They will also receive trophies and presentation checks. All participants, they will receive certificates. The judges are the ones that will be issuing these prizes. So we'll be calling you in a random order to present participants with their prizes. Then the head judge will present your prizes and your gifts as the judges. Then for the prizes for the national, it will be 18,000 for first place, then 13,000 for 15,000 for second place, and 13,000 for third place. So there is a financial benefit for the students in participating in this competition. So this is our program. So we have a total of 16 participants. So we will start at 8 o'clock, and we allocate until 3 o'clock, but we might finish maybe before that, depending also on the way that the presentation will go, keeping to the time limits, and also previously with the VIT competition, we ended up finishing around 12 o'clock, but we had 12 participants. So in this case, we have 16. For VIT, it's they had, I think, about 5 minutes of questions and answer in the question and answer segment, and but their video plays only for 1 minute. Right. So this is the time we've allocated the whole program. So I'll talk to Prof to see if I can share the program with you, and also share with you a link to the OneDrive folder that I will put the abstracts of the I'll share the abstract booklet with you once we finish preparing it. So I'll talk to Prof to see what is it that I can share with you, so that you can also familiarize with the abstract and the nature of the research that the participants will be bringing forth before you, that will be judged in terms of their videos as well are communicating that. So I'll ask her maybe if it's possible for us to share in advance so that you are able to familiarize with the content, and that when you come, you are also a bit informed on the research itself. Then this is the what I was talking about, that online judging part. So this is what we are trying to introduce. So in line also with the just to streamline and make the processes to be a bit easier, even for us as well. Because after the judging, if it's done on paper, we end up having to scan every one of the sort of the judges everything in your judges pack. We have to like scan it. Then the comments, we must type the comments that you would have written by pen. Then we type them again to send it to students so that it can improve. Also, they can use it as feedback to improve the study that they will be doing. So we decided to have an online sort of a judging rubric. So this is the online judging rubric. I will share with you. Let me open it on this tab. Let me just, okay, there it is open here. I will just transfer it to this screen that I'm sharing it with you. If you can see it, just let me know. I'm moving it. You can just indicate that you're able to see it, and also it's moving. I see an indication from Dion. Prof Sadi, can you see the
Yes,
rubric?
I can see.
All right, thank you. So we just tried to come up with this online rubric. So it will be having, this will be a live document on our OneDrive, the RCD MS OneDrive. So that's the Research Capacity Development Management System OneDrive. So it will be there. Then we will share we will share the document with you. We will allow you to edit the document. And also so we could not separate it, because when we separate it and make only one for each judge, when you now link the formulas to the other, the Excel, the workbooks, it becomes sort of it doesn't update quickly, right? It doesn't update like in real time, unlike what it does when we are having separate sheets within one workbook. So we will be using this one where we will be doing it within one workbook, but each judge have their own sheet that they will be, where everything that they should be judging on, including for each participant. Okay, like for instance, this is the judging rubric with the scores, and also the sort of description of the scores, right? For example, if it's 5, it's outstanding, there's no flaws. Then you have all these categories under which under each category you have these elements that you have to score out of 15. Then we also have in terms of engagement, then you have your score as well out of 15, and that will give us the overall score, which will be a summation of the two. So that is what I did here. So I also made it that, okay, for each participant, you'll be able to, on click, you are able just to drop down the list, then you can score the score that you want. So when you are scoring, automatically, it's also being populated. Also on the totals are being calculated as well. Let's say you score that, then we come to this one, you get 5, you give another 5, you also maybe possibly give another 5, so that will be a total of 26 for this participant. Then you are able to put your comment that you would want to give to the students. So we really look forward to these comments, because at the end, the competition is not just about winning. It's also about enhancing the studies that the participants are doing. So the comments, we will forward them to the students after the competition. When we send them their certificates of participation, if they didn't win, or award certificates, then we also attach the feedback that we got from the judges, so that they can use that to enhance their study. So that can be a very brief, comment, some kind of brief feedback, as much as possible, whatever that we can get, from the judges. It's very, very important. So you can type, so that you can type it here, the comments that you would want to make. So as you will be updating it, okay, it's automatically also saving, and at the same time, within this is the head judge's sheet. So for each judge, for each individual judge, you can see there that was Thelma that I was judging. So it's already showing the score. For example, this is for Dr. for Prof. Either, who will be our head judge. So it already showing that she have scored Thelma 26, and according to here, Thelma ranks number 1, right? Then we have these ones that haven't been scored, so that's why it's 0. So once you are scoring, so this is your own as a judge, your judge ranking table. Then for the head judge, there's also the winner ranking table. So it's only for the head judge. So all the scores that you are scoring, they are the average of that is being taken and averaged here. So at the end, the rankings will be already being also be done. I will check this this formula, because when it's ranking, it's also highlighting the top 3. So it will be highlighting like first, second, and third. So I will fix that part of the. So I think when I was working on it, I might have just removed that mistakenly, but I'll put that formula as well. That will be identifying position 1, 2, and 3. So this is when you go to for the plenary session. This is what you'll be looking at now with the head judge. Then here, this is where we are having the winner ranking table on the sheet for the head judge. So if you are agreeing, maybe the winner has been selected, there are no multiple winners, then that will be your agreement. So depending on because I assumed that it's only the judging. This overall score is based on the averages that would have been on the averages of the scores that would have been the sort of the overall score that each judge has scored, right? So that's why we averaged all the scores of the judges. You can see in the formula, so it will average across all the sheets. Then at the end, we end up with our position 1, 2, 3. Let's say the sort of a tie in the positions. That's when now you, as judges, now you now deliberate on your own, and also be able to, if you are changing scores wherever you are changing, then you can do that. Then at the end, you end up with a clean selection of first, second, and third, right? But you are also allowed that when you judge, you can also allocate points that are maybe if you want to say maybe 5,5, not 5,5, maybe let's say was 5 is the highest, 4,5, 3.3.5, those kind of, they are also allowed, and I will make a provision for that as well, that when you when we when we are selecting the scores, I will use another instead. When I do the drop down list, that you find here, I will include other scores as well, like maybe 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, until we end at a maximum of 5, so that we permit you to score in maybe if there's a half. So I will do that to include multiple other scores, like maybe starting from 0.25, 0.5, and going further, so that you are able to really freely express yourself according to how satisfied you are with the presentation and the static slides that we'll be judging. So for each judge, then you have your own sheet with your own judge ranking table. So this will be for every judge. So we kindly ask you that maybe possibly on the day when you come, then you also bring your laptop along. Then we can set up together and see if you have access to this and you're able to do the judging online. Then so that's all about the online judging rubric. Then let's move on now to where we can have an open discussion. Any questions that you have and clarity that you maybe seek from me, then we can talk about that. Prof. Sadi,
Yes,
Dion, yes,
yeah, no, everything looks clear.
yeah,
I'm
okay.
excited and looking forward to this.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting us. You facilitate for us, and you also, take your time and accept the invitation for you to be a judge for this competition as well. We are really grateful that as we try to empower the students, then you are also supporting us to do that.
It's my pleasure. I know you're doing a wonderful job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. So I'm really hoping that this online judging rubric will work for us.
Yes.
So we want to sort of pilot it on this 3MT. We are going to have the traditional pack as well on the side in case. Technology can also do other things as well. So in
Yes.
case then we just switch back to our traditional form. But I'm really sure we have been testing it and also trying to really see whether does it make sense and does it work. And I'm thinking that maybe also even yourself when I was explaining, you could understand what I was saying, and what we are trying to do. But thank you so much, Dion. Dion, any question that you have? Is he around? Reverend Dion. All right, I think maybe you might you might have maybe okay, it might be a technical glitch. So what I'll do is that, Prof, I will share a link. I'll upload this on our YouTube channel. Then I will share a link to the recording, and also maybe share the slides with you as well.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Prof. Dion. We are now, maybe possibly, Prof, with your permission, I can conclude the meeting there.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day further. And Dion, you have a great day further as well. I will share the slides and the recording with you by the end of today. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Refdi, I'm just going to drop a call for you on WhatsApp. Thank you. Bye.